Solitary amongst the nimbus multitude, the Skinja contemplates her next move. Should she go left? Should she go right? Or should she indeed climb this rope? Dum dum dum. I know, high drama right from the start, eh guys? So hello, how's everyone doing? I'm doing pretty grand, as you may tell by the tone of my voice. That may also have something to do with the glass of quite delightful pink lemonade I have here. That's right, we're manly here on the Lizzo channel. Manly men doing manly things as ladies. Turn that volume down, hope you guys couldn't hear an echo earlier. Well, hopefully that didn't show up on my... No, it doesn't, does it? No, it shows up on my TV when I change the volume there. It doesn't take part as the display of the Porsche. Because that's all stuff directly from the PS3. As long as I don't fiddle with the volume on my monitor either, you guys won't see a thing. Or hear a thing, hopefully. So yeah. Carry right... Ooh, she's going to crouch mode. That lets me know what our enemy's about. Either that, or she really badly needs a shit. Either way, it's serious. They gotta laugh at me. I'm telling jokes to the audience, not you, mate.
They're fucking with you, brother. Those bozos like to make shit up. Don't believe any of them.
Is that really something you want to be saying in this particular situation? You know, with the giant ogre monsters and the clearly mad cult leader you're all following? You want to talk about belief right now? Sure, let's talk about belief. In fact, I'll tell you about things that'll blow your mind. Will very least explode the back of your brain to the open air. These are all things the Skinja does. This and more. So I've decided I'm going to try and get as many stealth kills in this episode as I can. It's one of many little challenges I've set myself. For example, because this is the bank holiday weekend as I'm recording this, and I have 3 days off, I'm basically going to attempt to complete as much of this game as possible. In fact, ideally I'm going to go from now and record straight all the way through to the finish. How well that actually goes is another matter entirely. Lara, love, can you care to grab the... Lara, please, grab the ledge, love. There we go. Not too difficult, was it? Missing the hit... well, not hitbox, collision box, maybe? Detection box? Whatever you want to call it. For the ledge there was not ideally placed for someone jumping, you know, in the corner, essentially. It's the one case where non-conformity goes against me. Who'd have thunk it, eh? Take that, wall. It'll never hurt anyone again. Or some such ball. I don't know. I am generally talking out my arse this morning. It is the morning at the moment. I've enjoyed a quite lovely fruit salad, as I've said. Manly channel for manly men. Perhaps later I'll have my toenails done. No, probably not. Need a Black & Decker for that. It's one of the downsides of having a job that requires you to walk around a lot. You wouldn't really think it would, you know, the whole council thing. You'd expect sitting in nice plush leather chairs and all that. Not really. I travel up and down the goddamn country doing this shit. It's high points and low points. It doesn't mean once I'm done with the actual job I can muck around in wherever city I happen to find myself, but in other respects I tend to be doing stuff like this a lot. Leaping for dangerous ladders and all such business. You gotta leap for that ladder. Don't let it get away. They're kinda like that, you know. Home improvement, Croft style. Didn't need that, did you? God. Is it Tim Allen, the guy who did that? I keep saying Tim Allen, we're gonna go with that, even if it's not. He'd have a field day with his lass. She's yanking down walls and shit. That'd be a blubbery mess from the waist down, if you get my meaning. Yes, yes. More saving, apparently. I'm not sure what all the saving is about. I haven't really done all that much. So if I haven't really collected anything, or... I've only encountered 2 dudes. Over who decided to become porpoises. So... yeah, not overly threatening, gotta say. No, not up. You want me to go down. No, this is a change of pace, I gotta give you that game. Climbing downward is not really my forte. That said, can I actually get any further down this? Jab. Oh. There's water down here, I probably could have survived the fall. Not wise per se to test it without any actual concrete evidence. Probably could have made that a bit quicker though. Actually, I do need to raise this. One of the things I've noticed about all my years of doing this LPing business. I think it is years now, isn't it? 2 years or so I've been doing this. One of the things I have noticed you get very impatient with games. When I'm playing on my own, which is admittedly quite rare, unless I have a big stretch of holiday to myself where I can just muck around on games without having to record them. Ooh, oranges. Excellent. Continuing the fruit theme. Almost as if I planned it, eh? And wouldn't that be a novelty? But yeah, the fuck am I going? Can't through there. Oh, that one. Right idea, wrong crack. As the missus said to me last night. So... This way? This way. Ah, la! That didn't work. Anyway, ooh, it's time to be sneaky.
Only you're here.
You know, as sneaky as a woman falling from the sky can be.
Shut up. Keep your eyes open for the girl.
You know what I'm saying? You have to get really impatient with games. You sort of rush through them in a way you wouldn't do normally. You tend to notice how long you're taking a lot more than you ever would in normal circumstances. So it happened to me in Dark Arisen, obviously. One of the many reasons I quit that. Because if I was playing it on my own, I wouldn't notice or particularly care that it was taking me, like an hour or so to clear out one room. Wouldn't bother me in the slightest. But because I'm got half an eye on the clock, as it were, trying to make sure I don't run over time and have to do a lot of editing and shit like that. If I'm still in the same room, like 20 minutes after I started the episode, that really starts to bug you. And when you start getting irritated, you start making mistakes. When you start making mistakes, you start dying because you have to restart the whole thing over and over again.
Soon after we discovered the tomb, they came.
There's stuff like this, these documents here.
First,
Normally, I'd have no trouble just casually reviewing these, but I'm actually counting down the seconds it takes for this document to read itself.
Still rings in my head. They wore the armor of my ancestors. They cut us down with ancient blades.
Ooh, tetanus.
Shouting, blood. We couldn't stop them. Everything.
You're a bit
turned
shit, aren't you?
chaos.
You had guns, you couldn't stop people with swords?
They were gone. Why did they leave? Why did
I don't
they
know.
kill us all?
ADHD? I mean, contrary to popular belief, that is not something that was invented in modern times by pharmacists to sell more
We're
Ritalin.
leaving the base.
Strange name, Ritalin. Sounds like it should be a worming tablet.
We're heading inland to the monastery. There's
Stellar
no
choice.
other way. We must follow the Oni. All of us. If we can't
Why?
control the star, we must destroy it. But I know
Alright.
we...
You lot were also after whatever this thing is that's creating the storms. I wonder what they're going to go with. Ancient artifact? Alien technology? Giant voodoo priestess? I mean, the Tomb Raider games are pretty liberal in terms of the way they embrace the supernatural. The idea being that all these ancient superstitions were in fact real. Been a big theme of the games. I mean, take for example this chap right here. He had no idea that superpowers and magic and whatnot existed. And to be quite frank, he's probably not really that bothered at the moment, on account of being dead, mostly. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure he, for example, didn't have a clue this was going to go on, or that I was suddenly going to acquire an upgrade. I probably acquired it a lot earlier and just wasn't paying attention to the little things that flash up in the corner. Because by and large, they're not actually that interesting. Most of the time it's just, you've unlocked a new model. I don't particularly want to look at your random, dirty, bloody character models. Don't get me wrong, I appreciate the effort that went in, but overall I really don't care. Much more interested in these frag grenades. Anything that gives me a wider dispersal. I mean, the grenades as they aren't really doing that much damage. It's kind of irritating. A frag grenade, which is, purposely set up for, a bigger burst of purpose-designed people-shredding shrapnel, is, right up my alley in this case. Or right up, somebody's alley. Eventually. Now that said, if I'm as close to the end of the game as I've been led to believe I am, I don't see there being all that much use for it. But no, might as well carry on. Hey, Sura, whatever will be, will be. It helps when I can see, see, he nods. He agrees with me. It's all legit. Perfectly legit. Surprisingly, my vocab's doing slightly better today. As is the pronunciation and many other things. Although strangely enough, I'm having to do a Benedict Cumberbatch and very much over-enunciate everything. And really stretch the voice and the phrase as you say everything.
That's where I need to go.
So can we open the door like we have every other one? Just crank it? No, because now it's time for a puzzle! Aha, I see the problem.
The elevator is jammed.
You know, this is rather cathartic actually. Destroying a gear, my big hatred of Gearbox games. Fuck you! It was Gearbox responsible for stuff like Duke Nukem and Borderlands and that general level of shite, wasn't it?
Just need to figure out a way to drop the
It's not going to be like the time I mixed up studios in my Bioshock thing. But I still hate, by the way. Crap game. Story's not entirely sure what it wants to say, and the gameplay is annoying and trivial. There's a hole in the wall. There's a pillar there. Yeah, I think you maybe should climb the gear notches. That's the wrong word. I think it's actually something I genuinely don't know, just not something I've forgotten. I know that sounded incredibly arrogant to me as well.
I get back out.
Get back out. You're not in anything, love. Unless I'm wandering into the... I'm wandering past the trigger event. Somewhere higher up, maybe. Interesting. Nope, can't pry that door either for some reason. It's made of sturtitanium. Can we not just smash it down? Seems like it'd break pretty easily given a couple of more pushes. Given how crap everything generally is in this area. No?
Now, how do I get back out?
Why do I keep walking past the trigger that? Oh, he's having a whale of a time! Just kicking his feet. Splish splash, I was taking a bath. Doo 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 doo. Down here in the bloody... Hello? What was I in aid of, Mr. Orchestra Man? Was I not looking at the right thing earlier to trigger that, and it's randomly triggered now? I appreciate the effort and all, but, you know, I got things to do, places to be, and holes to climb through. So I'm just gonna mosey right along, if you don't mind. Don't know why she keeps turning off my fecking torch every time I go through a loading zone of some sort, which I'm presuming what that hole was. But it shouldn't be, because it's all on the same map. Can I drop it from a larger height, perhaps? Perhaps load something really heavy onto it, because it's got rail tracks on it, quite clearly. Is there a minecart around here I can push onto the damn thing, and then drop it with a bit of force? Woo, fuck. Someone bring me the health and safety officer. I must make a complaint. Clearly not safe to hang that bag there. Full and got all that shit. Got all that shit. Yeah, I'm quite fortunate that none of the tunnels down below have collapsed, only the upper ones. Doesn't seem to be anything I can push onto it, which is surprising, to say the least. Get up. Up hugging the pillar.
Got to pry those other parts loose.
I'm working on it. I saw the gears and the little red and white, yellow and black even, tape wrapped around them. Mine now. Okay, I'm missing something clearly.
Command to operative. Stop. Trinity is concerned. Stop. Acquisition of star phenomenon unacceptable. Stop. Sabotage of access operation imperative. Stop.
Also, shipment of new George Formby movies coming towards base. Please, 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 stop. That's actually the right era as well. Hey! Functional and informative. Comedy on the Lazo channel. Ah. You're mine now, bitch. Ooh, shotgun upgrade. My day just keeps getting better and better. Do 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 do. Ooh, fuck. Alright, wrong direction. Do 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 do. Say, oh, okay. If I bring you up to the 4th floor, I can get rid of more gears by going that way. Excellent, excellent. Hopefully that'll be the last one as well. You know, gaming, magic rule of 3 and all that. If something's good enough to do once, you can damn well do it 3 times. Don't know why I went vaguely Nixon there. Don't know why I do half the things I do. That's what makes it entertaining, right? Right. Break it! Push it to the limit! The limit!
Just one more to go.
Yeah, thank you for that, Lara. I guessed. Okay, so the other one's directly opposite me, so how do we get into there? There's a climbable wall just behind it. But how does one get to a climbable wall when everything is fenced in with Silent Hill style mesh? Oop, hello? Aha! I spy with my little eye a collapsible barrier. Which means I've now got to go and take the lift all the way back down to 3, haven't I? So I can actually shoot it. Well, that said, perhaps I could shoot... No, I still need to take it down because the elevator's currently blocking it off. Think this through. No, I'm right. Shoot the barrier now while the elevator's down on level 3. Go back up to 4, start bringing the elevator up. Drop down. Yeah, I should survive the drop. Drop down and... yeah, then presumably I can either climb or jump out of the hole onto that climbable wall. And if I'm wrong, I've only got about 3 seconds to regret my decision. As I plummet, well, I say I, as Lara plummets to her doom. Like a boss. Okay, get the timing right. It's all about dignity and practice and She's generally not fucking it up, really. Find it always helps. Okay. Note to self, she starts doing the axe animation the moment you push square, even if you're nowhere near a climbable wall. That might actually be why I've been having some trouble in some of the earlier sections getting her to actually grab walls properly. I thought she didn't bother actually doing the animation until you know, were near a wall she could actually use it on.
The trick.
I understated there. I was expecting a pun. Slightly disappointed you didn't make one, in fact. I should all be like, how nice of you to drop in. Or she could say that the elevator has fallen for Miss Lara here. Nah, not that anyone would. That'd be a terrible joke to make. You feel thoroughly ashamed of yourselves for even suggesting such a thing. No, I wouldn't do that. Obviously.
Hello? Hey, anyone there?
Sipping my lemonade. Delicious. It probably tastes even better without the straw, actually. Got that weird plasticky taste as the lend to things. I apologize, by the way, I think it's on one of my previous episodes, I got the audio levels wrong, and some people mentioned they could hear me fine, obviously, but stuff like the in-game conversation stuff were completely blotted out every time I spoke or shuffled in my seat or whatever. I think I must have set the ducking too high. Crispy duck. I said it, I really don't like duck, far too fatty. Much prefer chicken. Turkey's also good. Of course, I ain't got a scratch on pork. Which reminds me, I need to buy some nice Cumberland sausages. Perhaps some oak smoked bacon. Well, at least I know I'm having for lunch. I was doing so well as well. Starting my day with a bowl of fruit and all that. Then degenerated into greasy pig food. Yum yum yum. Tasty pig. You really wouldn't think they'd be so delicious, considering how they look, would you? This blind blubbery thing rolling around in the dirt. Perhaps that's the disguise. Like, say you don't want to eat me, look, I'm filthy. I'd be no good for you. Then of course actually one is too close to a fire, it's like, what is that smell? Ah, crap. The game's up, isn't it? Yes it is. Tasty, tasty bacon. You guys gonna show me your walking pattern here? And get on with the stabbing and the murder? Right, so he buggers off that way. You turn around and go, Does he come straight back? No. Huh. You see, I'd really rather not fight you the old-fashioned way, because every time I try to do that in this game, either ends badly for me, takes, you know, like 10-15 bloody minutes, or, well, or, should I say, summons a whole plethora of dudes, all of whom know exactly where I am for some reason, and all of whom have massive explosives and high-tech weaponry that there's no fucking way they should have, at least not in that kind of quantity. I've bitched enough about this game, and it's... Actually, I wonder, if I played on easier difficulties, would less of them have guns, I wonder? I could deal with that. It'd be quite fun, actually, being, you know, dodging and stabbing and... oh, ha ha ha! Be very 1970s, Kung Fu action flick. Speaking of which... hold this for me, would you, lad? You bothering me. Surprise! I still killed him, even though it didn't count as a headshot. I'm happy. Surprised, but happy. But I don't think shock works the way you're depicting it, guys. I don't think it matters whether or not they were surprised by the action. That's not what causes shock. And the death thereof. Or therefrom, should I say. Oop, mine! Can have all your copies of Razzle. Okay. Wasn't expecting that. Didn't really want that either. Anything hidden from me, because he's making the noise it usually only makes when there's a hidden tomb nearby. I don't know if that's story directed in this case, or... yeah, there it is again. Ah, I guess it was. I mean, an actual story line driven tomb.
This is it.
So it is. And we'll explore it next time. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all then. Bye bye now.